Dhruvalok, or the pole star, is the abode of Lord Vishnu within this material world. Upon it, there is an ocean of milk, and within that ocean, there is an island known as Sweta Dvip. It is clearly indicated that this planet is situated above the 7 planetary systems of the rishis. And because this planet is Vishnu Loka, it is worshipped by all other planetary systems. It may be questioned here what will happen to the planet known as Dhruvaloka at the time of dissolution of this universe. The answer is simple. Dhruvaloka remains, like all other Vaikuntha lokas beyond this universe. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has commented in this connection that the very word Navatate indicates Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Paran Sakana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutadevi Pranamami Haripye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vishnuvebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The next verse, 26, is also part of this 25. So we'll just quickly go through it, but not in detail. But let's see. It is, in my opinion, it is together. So let's just read the Sanskrit and the translation. Maitra uvacha iti archita sa bhagavan patisnya atmana padam alasya pashyato dhama swam agat garuda dvajaha. The great sage Maitreya said, after being worshipped and honored by the boy Dhruva Maharaj, and after offering him his abode, Lord Vishnu, on the back of Garuda, returned to his abode as Dhruva Maharaj looked on. From this verse it appears that Lord Vishnu awarded Dhruva Maharaj the same abode in which he resides. His abode is described in the Bhagavad Gita 15.6, Yad Gatva Na Nivatante Tad Dhamma Paramam Mama. So we'll be discussing this Bhagavad Gita verses and Dhruva Maharaj's elevation to his own planet called the pole star or Dhruva Loka. So what's happened here is that Dhruva Maharaj Dhruva Maharaj is doing so much austerities, and the main exercise we have to learn from this episode is the determination Dhruva Maharaj had to have a kingdom greater than his father, greater than his great-grandfather, grandfather, even Lord Brahma. So his determination was there, but spiritual master told him, do this puja, chant Om Namah Narayan, Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And so that was his instruction from his Guru Maharaj. So he followed absolutely, to the letter. Whatever Guru Maharaj said, he did. So on the devotional side, he was very strong, very pakka. Here, he will reciprocate. Krishna reciprocates. And Guru Maharaj is such a small boy, 5-year-old boy, but his determination was so great. This is what we have to learn also. We are older than 5 years, but our determination should be that we want to worship Krishna, we want to spread the holy name, and we have to do it sincerely. And then whatever we learn, we should really pass on to others. We should be very merciful and compassionate to the living beings, conditioned living beings. We have to try and distribute Bhagavad Gita, for example, and then they will learn slowly or attend one of the classes on Gita, Gita Mahatmya, or Gita classes. There are Gita classes all over ISKCON centers. And gradually they will accept that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we are just part and parcel of Krishna. We are not this body. We are supposed to not serve our senses, but we are supposed to serve Krishna's senses. We have to serve Guru Maharaj. We have to serve, devotees of Krishna. So this is where our consciousness changes, and Srila Prabhupada has introduced ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So we have to all become Krishna conscious. Okay, so I'm going to go back a little and discuss more about Dhruva Maharaj. So in verse 20, yes, there are two types of disillusions or devastation. One is end of Brahma's, or during Brahma's night, and the second one is during the end of Brahma's life. So two devastations. But in both devastations, it is said, mentioned by Srila Prabhupada, that Dhruva is one of the special devotees selected to not get affected by this devastation. So many sages are also aloof, so they survive. Dhruva Maharaj survives, and all the Vaikuntha planets, they are not affected. Krishna's Vaikuntha planets are not affected. And then what we need to learn is 24, 23. 23, Suruchi. Suruchi is the one who is the stepmother of Dhruva Maharaj. She is the one who said that don't sit on your father's lap, you are not qualified. You have to take birth from my womb and then we'll see. So, but if you want to do that, you have to go and worship Krishna. So that was the instruction, but he went to his mother and cried and said, look, this has happened, this has happened. Then the mother said, Sunniti. Sunniti means she's good at her directions. She said, your stepmother has said correctly. So you go and find Krishna and then worship him and then see what happens. So he went straight to the forest and then he was doing his tapasya. You all know the story. And the main point is that he was, when somebody is desiring Krishna, Krishna from within the heart of the devotee finds a spiritual master. So spiritual master will act from outside, and from inside, the super soul is actually guiding the devotee. So the super soul actually guides the devotee to find a sincere or the spiritual master who will guide him back to Krishna. So of course Narad Muni has various disciples, and one of the disciples is Dhruva Maharaj. So he guides him, he tells him, do this puja, do this at the river, and worship Krishna. So he does exactly what his Guru Maharaj said. Guru Maharaj, and then Krishna is pleased when you please the Guru. There's a Shikshashtra verse which we read in the morning. Yashya prasada bhagavat prasado, yashya prasada bhagavat topi. So that is when you worship your Guru Maharaj just as you worship Krishna, Guru is pleased and Krishna is pleased. So that is important. Suruchi, she committed an offense because she did not know at the time that Dhruva Maharaj is a pure devotee of the Lord. So sometimes we don't know who is walking in or walking out, or on the road you meet somebody. You have maybe some idea, but you don't have all the idea that they are pure devotees or not. So one should try not to offend anybody. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us quite simply, just bow down to everyone. If you don't want to bow down, just do this. Or if you can't do this, mentally honor. Because what you are doing is actually honoring the super soul, Krishna, within their hearts. So all these people, they may know, but you should know better that in each and every person's heart, Krishna is there. So we should not be disrespectful in any way or manner. So anyway, Suruchi didn't know, and of course she said, you take birth from my womb, etc. So she is now getting a reaction for that. When somebody offends a Vaishnava, there is a reaction. And Krishna arranges the reaction to be in some severity. It depends. Depends on the offense. But anyway, Krishna doesn't like his devotees being offended. He's very, very cautious, and he doesn't like his devotees being offended. So, of course, the story of Jagai and Madai, Krishna, once he learns that Nityananda Prabhu has been hurt, he comes straight with his Sudarshan Chakra and he wants to kill that demon or that person. But then Nityananda is so merciful, he says, Mahaprabhu, if you destroy this person, that means all the people in our Kali Yuga, are not going to be liberated. You have to liberate this person, give him a chance, and then others can have a chance to come back to Godhead. So anyway, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu listened to Nityananda Prabhu. So if we want mercy, we have to approach Nityananda Prabhu before we can approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself. So that's usually in our ISKCON, that is the first festival we have, Nityananda festival. So we get mercy of Nityananda, then we can approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So anyway, here, Suruchi, she dies in a fire, it's described, while Uttama, her son, went into battle, and then he lost his life. So Uttama lost his life, Suruchi also lost her life. These are serious consequences of Vaishnava Aparada. Okay, so that was in verse 23 we just covered. And verse 24, basically, in this Kali Yuga, we have to perform Sankirtan Yagna. There are so many yagnas, but in this age of Kali, this is the one which is prescribed, Sankirtan Yagna. So we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra together, and then if there is a yagna to be performed, again there we mainly tell the congregation to chant Hare Krishna. When Srila Prabhupada actually installed Krishna Balaram deities in Vrindavan, all the local pujaris and elevated souls, they were telling Srila Prabhupada, this, we have to do these Vedic mantras, we have to do this, we have to do this. So Srila Prabhupada said, of course, it's called Lokavichar. That's the term used by Srila Prabhupada, Lokavichar. So you have to go with the majority of the people, the local people. And so Srila Prabhupada said, fine. But what did he do on the sideline? What did he do? He told his devotees, keep chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is where Srila Prabhupada, a pure devotee, he doesn't want to get engaged in Vedic sacrifices and all this. So in this verse, I think it is this one, 24. Is it 24? 24. The best yajna is Sankirtan yajna. We don't get involved in Vedic rituals, these things. Just Sankirtan yajna is simple. Get devotees in somebody's house, chant Hare Krishna. Maybe if you have time, one slok of one verse from Bhagavad Gita, explain that one verse, and more kirtan again. Chant. Everyone should chant Hare Krishna. And that's it. That is simple process, nothing complicated. Also, it's mentioned that in the old times there were gold coins, this, that. People had so much money to give away. So they used to give cows away to the Brahman and a lot of Lakshmi, gold coins, etc. Because the Brahmins that time, they were very satisfied with whatever the king or royalty people gave them. Nowadays, it's a struggle being a Brahman and traveling around. You need money to travel and preach. So it is difficult, but somehow or other, Krishna arranges everything. This is the beauty I have experienced myself. Wherever I go, somehow or other, there are devotees who will come pick me up or drop me or, accommodate me in their house. But all this is not possible unless you actually surrender to Krishna. So that's the point here. Dhruva Maharaj has surrendered to Krishna. So Krishna really looks after him. So where was I? The offense, we covered that, Sankirtan Yajna. And the main thing is, because we don't have money, we should distribute Krishna Prasadam. So any program, and I'm so happy when I came earlier in the year and now again, there are so many Bhakta Vriksha centers opening, or at home programs. People get together, they're all devotees or trying to become devotees, and they've got a full program. Some arti, and then more kirtan, pehla kirtan, first kirtan, then arti, and then more kirtan, a little class, short class, and then more kirtan, and then prasadam. So this is the normal sequence. Prasadam is at the end, Krishna Prasadam. So it's said in that verse 24, we don't have money, Lakshmi, to give to everyone. But we can make prasad, make bhoga, offer to Krishna, it becomes Krishna Prasadam, and then we distribute prasadam. How should we offer to Krishna? Any cooking we do, etc. Anybody know that verse? Bhagavad Gita 9.26. Yes? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti uparitam ashnami prat atmana. What does it say there? There are two conditions. Love and devotion. He will accept. Yes? Any offering done with love and devotion, but not any offering. Offering which are 4 types. So if you fulfill those conditions, Krishna accepts with love and devotion. So here in this, pujaris are offering. I offer to Radha Gokulananda in a manner. But, if we are sincere and we just simply offer to Krishna with prayers, and Krishna accepts. He glances actually. because his senses are interchangeable. He can eat with his eyes, but I think he also eats with the ears because he hears the prayers of the sincere devotee, pujari. So with the ears and with the eyes, the bhoga is transferred into prasad. It's so wonderful, isn't it? So anyway, distribute Krishna prasad. That is what we should do in this age of Kali. So that is verse number 24. Did I forget? Yes. Never mind. Hare Krishna. So those are the main points. And of course, Dhruva Maharaj is given this pole star and all the other planetary systems, they revolve around the pole star. And the example, analogy given by Srila Prabhupada is a bull, his nose is tied with a rope, but if there's a center of some field which needs plowing, that bull will go around in circles and plow the field. So similarly, with this one pole star, Dhruvaloka, all the other stars, they revolve, circumambulate Dhruvaloka. And I was very fortunate that His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj was very particular. In Madhuvan forest, there is this place where Narad Muni told Dhruva Maharaj to do his meditation. So, as I said, I was one of the group members. And Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj was describing this whole episode which we are doing here about Dhruva Maharaj at the spot, at the real spot. And then, luckily, Krishna willing, again, I think, it was the arrangement of the Lord, that we could all see, imagine if you close all the other lights and just leave the center light open. Yes? If there was a facility. But actually, do you know Brahma Kumaris? Have you heard of Brahma Kumaris? Anyway, I went once to see what they're up to. So it's a big hall, maybe 10 times this hall, right? But there is one light, right in the center of that hall. So all they do is just meditate on the light. That is their, method of worshipping. But anyway, the point I'm trying to say is that pole star we could see on that particular evening. We could all see a bright star. So Maharaj was saying, look, can you look up? Can you see a star which is very bright? And we all said yes, because we could see it. It's like, as I said, one of the bright lights there. You could see the bright light. And that was Dhruvaloka. So Maharaj was explaining much better than me, but he was so, happy that night we could see all the other stars also. And then you could see the stars, going around. Very clear picture. Very clear picture. So I was very fortunate and I can describe to you what I saw. That is in Madhuvan forest. There are 12 forests in Vrindavan, and one of them is called Madhuvan, and that's where Dhruva Maharaj did his puja and sacrifice. What else can I say? On 24, again, what are the two instructions in the nectar of instruction or nectar of devotion? Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. Yes? So, Dhruva Maharaj did that. He never forgot Krishna. And in case he forgets Krishna, then Krishna remembers him. So Srila Prabhupada says, or my Guru Maharaj said in one verse, I put it on my phone, but never mind, I can still remember. So this, it's in the Bhāgavatam, and Śrimad, if a devotee forgets Krishna because of his health at the end of life, towards the end of life. He's in hospital, he's in coma, he can't remember Krishna. What should he do? Because we are trained up now to remember Krishna and never forget him. So the question was raised, what happens if you cannot speak, you're not able to do anything? So then Maharaj clearly says in that quotation of the verse that Krishna himself will come and look after you. Isn't it beautiful? So all we are doing now is practicing, but in case something happens, he's the one who will help us at the end of, we will remember him, or he'll make sure we remember him at the time of death. So we are in the right process, we are in the right environment, we are in ISKCON, and Srila Prabhupada is so kind to us that we just have to follow the process. What else? Yes, there is another Achman, Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam. This we normally do as part of the Achman. And there it is said that all the Brahmins, because usually only the Brahmins are allowed to go on the altar. But when we do the Achman, the last paragraph, Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam, that line and that whole verse, it represents basically the power of the light. Yes? Brahman realization. And a Brahman who is realized should also reveal to others. So our one of the main jobs, one of the main tasks of a pujari in ISKCON is not only to do the puja, to the lordships. Also, they have to look after the people, the congregation members who are coming and taking darshan, help them advance in Krishna consciousness and guide them. So show them the light also, so that the darkness is destroyed. See, when we sing Om Gyan Timirandasya Gyana Gyana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmiltamya Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So it is very clear there that the darkness born of ignorance is destroyed with the shining lamp of knowledge. So the Guru, the spiritual master, destroys the darkness. The verse in Bhagavad Gita 10:11. 10:11 in Bhagavad Gita 10:11. Tesham evanukampartham aham ajnana jamtamaha nashyami atma bhavastu jnana dipena asutta. So Krishna is within your heart as a super soul, as I said before, but he has got this shining lamp of knowledge. And the ignorance which is in our heart, he will destroy. He will destroy that ignorance with the shining lamp of knowledge. Krishna is helping, all the time he is helping. But all we have to do is just surrender to Krishna. That's it. And this word, Navatate, never come back, is very important. Even Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is also emphasizing this point. So now we can go to that verse in the Bhagavad Gita and see what Srila Prabhupada says about that verse. Snatad vasayate suryo nasha shanko na pavakaha yat katva na devatante taddama paramam mama. That supreme abode of mine is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. So again, nivatante, they come back. So they don't come back. Yes? This is what is in today's verse 25. The main word which is significant is you will not come back to this material world, or you will reach Matsthana, my abode. So Dhruva Maharaj is not going to come back once he reaches Krishna's planet. So here Srila Prabhupada really says, spiritual world is the abode of Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's known as Krishna Lok, Golok Vrindavan, or in this case, Dhruva Lok is also Vishnu Lok. It belongs to Krishna. So we must understand it is Vishnu Lok. It is not ordinary. So it belongs to the Vaikuntha planets. But this one is the only Vaikuntha planet in the material world. This is the speciality, Dhruva Loks. It is still spiritual, but it is in the material world. That we should remember. In the spiritual sky, there is no need for sunshine, moonshine, etc. Because all the planets are self-luminous. And Dhruva Lok is, the pole star, and it is very luminous, as I was describing the light. And because, the light is there, everyone knows that this is pole star, and everyone respects and offers obeisances. All the planets in the spiritual sky are self-luminous. That was it. That's the main thing. Yeah. The major portion of the shining sky is full of spiritual planets, which are called Vaikunthas, chief of which is Golok Vrindavan. As long as a living entity is in the dark material world, he is in conditioned life. But as soon as he reaches the spiritual sky, by cutting through the false, perverted tree of this material world, he becomes liberated. So this is again in chapter 15. It is described by Srila Prabhupada on the last verse, 20th verse, that if you want to worship Krishna, first you have to get rid of the first 4, 5, 6 verses, first 5 verses of the chapter 15. That is, it's a description of a tree, a banyan tree, but that is all attachment to material world. Different senses, but all attachment to the material world. But if you detach yourself, then you can attach yourself to Krishna. So the process is easy. Detach oneself from material attachment. Attach yourself to Krishna consciousness or to Krishna. So you reduce material attachment and you increase spiritual advancement. And how do you do that? You study Srila Prabhupada's book, do Bhakti Shastri, then Bhakti Bible, and then Bhakti Vedanta, and then hopefully His Grace Bhrijan Prabhu, I think we are starting in 2026, I believe, if not already, then 2027. We're starting Bhakti Sarvabhauma, which is basically Chaitanya Charitamrita in a detailed and advanced level. So anyway, I will stop there. I have finished my Bhakti Vedanta, so I'm just waiting for that course and see what happens next. Hare Krishna, everyone. I'm open to questions and see what is in store. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. You are all very clever than me, I think more clever than me. You know everything, which is good. But please pass a comment that how can I improve or have I made any mistakes? Please correct me.
Hare Krishna. Welcome back. It's good to see you. I just wanted to comment on the word in the verse, Navartate. I just think it's so amazing that Dhruva gets his own abode that's not affected by destruction. Like, what can we say about anything in life, especially in the material world? Everything
makes it big. You're a good devotee, and it's, I remember you making khichdi, for all these devotees. But your khichdi tasted so nice. Because at that time, I don't know today's khichdi, but at that time, you were so powerful in your devotion, the net devotion carries on to whatever activity you do. Then I told Maharaj when I had your khichdi, it was so nice, delicious. But I mean, yes, I was going to give this example. Putna came to kill Krishna. Putna, demoness, she was sent by Kans. His sister is Putna. And Putna had this ability to kill all the children, with poisonous breast. So anyway, when she came to kill Krishna, Krishna personally received her. She was very beautiful and, mother-like. And she was allowed by Mother Yashoda, okay, you can feed my son. But Krishna knew, obviously Krishna knows everyone. Krishna knew who she was and what her intentions was. But what did Krishna do? Anybody know? Krishna he sucked the milk, breast milk, but he sucked the life air out as well. So she died. And then as soon as she died, she had this massive 30 miles or 13 miles long body. And then because Krishna killed her, I don't know if you know, but the body was smelling like a perfume after her death. Perfume body, nice smell. But the other thing is that he actually gave Putna the position of a mother. So Krishna doesn't look at the small things, whether you want to kill her, kill him. All the bad things he doesn't look at. He only looks at the positive things. That she's a mother, she tried to breastfeed me, and then he gives her the position of a mother in the spiritual world. Isn't it wonderful? So my Guru Maharaj said, everyone's got a little quality, good quality. Lot of people have, all people have some bad qualities. Okay? Number of bad qualities. But never look at their bad qualities. Always look at their good quality, even if it is one, and then magnify it, make it bigger, and then you tell everyone, Robert, is it? No, he's a good cook. He can make khichdi for 500 people or something, Always qualify, magnify, and say good things about devotees. You were singing nice, or you were doing arti nice. So we should say he's a good pujari. You understand? Point I'm saying is make it big. Kirtan, there are so many good mridanga players, singers. You have to glorify them. You did very well. So many people joined in the group and danced. Even new people came in and danced. Do you follow? So this is what you should do. Okay. Any other questions, comments? No? It's time for breakfast. I think you're all hungry from Mangalarti. Never mind. Śrimad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.